What is going on, everybody? This is Raw Star, and of course, this is to the Misfit Effect. And I'm joined with my wonderful, beautiful, spectacular, brilliant, phenomenal co-host, Miss Sarah Lace.
Oh my gosh, thank you. That's such a cute introduction, like always. And I actually just noticed, I don't know how long you had this, but you wrote your username as I am owned by Sarah Lace.
Yeah,
How
it
long
was
has
been
that
like
been on there?
I've known it the entire time.
Oh my God. I just changed the screen so it can show all of us. And it finally showed it like that way, And the last screen it didn't show anyone's usernames. Dang, if I only had known. But anyways, it is time to introduce everybody to the Asian sensation, Minnie, Scarlet. I've
hello,
actually
hi.
met you, I don't remember how long ago. We hung out a couple times and we went to a an adult store together.
Yes, we did. We did. We went.
Hmm.
We wanted to go to the beach and then like maybe do a little something in the car. I don't know, but it was like a rainy day. I think we were both like PMSing also, and we're like, you want to just like get ice cream? I think we ended up getting like maybe
I
ice
think
cream or
so.
something. Yeah, something, and then yeah,
Yeah.
just smoking. So it was still like I feel like
A
it was still
wonderful
on brand
drive.
and something that like made us feel good too. So yeah,
And we had Ace driving us around, so we were just in the back seat together. Like,
yeah.
I think we were still like making out every once in a while.
Yeah, just like holding hands, just like, yeah. And then
Hmm.
I think I gave you, because we had like matching bikinis or like it was the plan. So I like gave it to you. So I don't know if you still have it, but if
I
I can find
do.
mine, yeah, if I can find
I
mine, like
still
we
have
should
it.
still, we'll do that. It'll be a rain check.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck
Um,
I
yeah,
don't
that'll
I
be
know this story.
awesome.
This is new to me.
yeah, it was just like a random day in like Miami or something like that. Maybe it was Miami or what it was, maybe New Jersey. I honestly don't know.
See, because
Miami.
Yeah.
It was definitely
I know
Miami because of the
exactly.
beach.
I
Oh
know
yeah,
exactly where
bikini.
I met you at. So, like, and what was going on, and it was a tweet that you tweeted out about me, and because so I met. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Yeah, okay. So there used to be this thing called porn star karaoke,
Ah.
and so
Oh, yes.
my go-to song, because I sing in my regular voice when I sing sometime, and I was singing Minnie the Moocher, and
Mhm.
like I
I
got there,
remember this.
I sang Minnie the Moocher, and then I had the pleasure of meeting Minnie later on that evening, and I gave her a follow, and then like later, like way later that night, how you meet people, and then you try to make sure they're good humans, and you go down their timeline. And I seen a tweet
Mhm.
on there. It said this person is on stage singing Minnie the Moocher. I'm like, something
You're like, oh, that was
wrong with me.
Yeah. I was like, this is either like a really funny, nice thing they're doing to be like Minnie, or it's an accident, or they're throwing shade at me. I had no idea. So because
me.
we hadn't met before. But everything ended up okay.
And I'm like,
Yeah. And also going back to like your username right now, how it says like I'm owned by Sarah Lace. Like when we first got on here, Rod didn't have like his picture on or anything like that. It just said that
Mhm.
only, and I was like, hello. I was like, hello, who is this? Is this Ace? Like, who is
You're like, whoa, she's got
it?
subs. Wait, more than one? Which one? Oh, goodness.
But yeah, so that is how I met Raw. And then I don't know
Mm,
exactly the first time like you and me, Sarah, met exactly, but I do remember that
mm,
time. And then I think we've just met sporadically in other
yeah.
places too. Like I'm pretty sure we've met in LA or like on the East Coast too. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like I feel like we've just like kind of, yeah.
We've hung out a
I
few
know, I
times.
know. I think I know. I've only seen one time we all hung out, and we had food that day. That was a fun day.
In
Aces
LA.
in
Yeah.
LA. Yeah,
Yeah.
Was that your
Aces
birthday,
Ace's
Raw? Or
birthday.
It
like
was Ace's
It was
birthday.
Ace's
Ace's birthday?
birthday.
Okay. I was like, it was one of the guys'
Hmm.
birthdays.
Yeah, I was. I was.
We
It
had a
was. I
threesome.
was it. I wasn't gonna throw that out there. That was gonna be.
It's been a little
But yeah,
secret for them.
it was a little threesome that went on, but I wasn't a part of it. Neither was Manny. We were just there being voyeurs.
Yeah, we'll leave it like a mystery, kind of just be like there was a threesome, there was a group of people, and there was a
Yeah,
threesome.
yeah,
Won't
like it
tell
was
you who
just
was involved. He won't tell you. You know what I mean? It was
it was
Ace's
just
birthday.
Yeah.
it was just there. Like, we were just sitting back just eating, like, oh, they're having sex. Okay, it was on
Yeah, it
television.
was honestly, yeah, that was what was cozy about it too, because I think it was like, yeah, it was just like a cozy. Like I think when I pulled up, I was like, hey, I don't think I'm gonna put on makeup. So if you guys like want to go out or something, like probably like I won't be going out. But if you guys are just like hanging out playing video games or something, like I could definitely hang, you know. So
Yeah,
that was one thing that I really appreciate.
we
Yeah, I
don't
love when I can
we
just be
don't go
cozy.
out. We just sit at the house, chill, and watch anime, and occasionally people have sex.
Stardew
Uh,
Valley,
Yeah.
you know.
And they're
I do want to.
usually we usually don't drink, but this time obviously because it was a birthday, there was
Yeah.
drink.
Yeah, I don't really
Yeah.
drink that much either. You know, I feel like only a handful of people can really, well, I don't want to say can really because I'm sure I've drinking actually a lot during the pandemic, but like I don't drink that often and that much. But I definitely remember taking like a shot or two. I think.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
I
I
think
don't
we
think
did.
period. I think the most I drank was that night by accident, but because there was still some left in the shot glass,
Yeah.
and I used sparkling wine from my non-alcoholic sparkling wine, and
Why?
and when I
Yeah, Raw
taste,
doesn't drink, y'all, and Raw also doesn't like curse and stuff like that. So like, but
No, he's so dramatic.
wait, but
He's
I
so
also okay. I have a
dramatic.
question.
He said he broke his sober streak of I forgot how many years at this point, but
Yeah.
he broke his sober streak over two
I don't count.
drops.
I don't count it. I don't count that.
Yeah, you shouldn't count it. You know what I mean?
I
But
do,
I mean, up to you.
I do count my accidental cussing,
Oh
from
yeah.
last
Mhm.
year, because I said six, seven cuss
Oh,
words last year.
yes.
So I
What
went,
did you say?
I count, the way I started cussing was I started counting every cuss word. And like it went from, like, 256, 168, 16, and then it was 0, 0, 0, 7. Then I haven't cussed this year. So
Mhm.
I would love to know what pushed you to cuss and break that.
titties.
Titties? And what did you say? Like those are damn, those are some nice ass fucking
No,
titties.
no, because I was doing the podcast. We were doing the podcast, and like I was talking about, like I said, I'm a connoisseur. I love small titties. I love big titties. I love no titties. Like, it don't matter as long
Me and Sarah like,
as
you say
long
no titties, you
as
say
long
little titty.
yes, I love both of y'all
Right?
titties.
Little
I've seen
titties
both
right
of y'all
here.
titties. They're both nice titties.
Oh yeah, no,
They're
we're
lovely
not. Yeah,
titties.
we know. We're just,
They're
we
nice
also
titties.
know they're small.
And
That's
the thing
how
is
we're
this.
dancing to it. We're dancing along.
I was talking about my love for titties. Then I said, like, sometimes you get some titties that are too big to titty F.
Mhm.
And I said it just like that. And I said the F word though.
Oh,
And I'm like, like
They're too
I'm
big to titty fuck.
like like I'm comfortable somewhere with what I have, but I know that I can't titty F everybody.
that's true.
So
Yeah,
it's kind of
that's true.
like, and I said that, and I was like,
That's like a quotable. You can't titty fuck everybody. That's just like
and like when I said
a
it,
general
like
rule.
we were on the podcast. This is when
Hmm.
CW was still here. I just froze, like, and then Chris CW was like, "Wow, Raw, how long has it been since you said a cuss word?" I'm like, I've been cussing like 3.5 years. Jesus Christ! And I said it was all about titties.
I have
Hmm.
how did it feel when you did it? Like did you feel like oh shit immediately after you
Well,
said it or were
because
you
I froze. I said
God,
it.
you sound
I
like a
said it.
naughty therapist.
And then I froze. Like,
I'm just like, so how did it make you
How
feel when
did
you were
she?
thinking about those titties?
I
How
was
did
just talking
you
about,
feel
Yeah.
like
Thanks
I
for
when
being
love
you did
like
it?
I love titties. Like I love, like, even if I'm not having sex with anybody, I just like titties.
I feel that. I
Like
gotta say, I love titties.
even if
Mhm.
I'm just like sitting back with somebody, and I'm just sucking on the titty, and we're not gonna do anything. I'm sucking on a titty. I don't
Yeah,
even
you're doing
I
something.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't need, penetration or anything like that. I just like titties. I don't even have to
Just
have
want a
sex with
titty
somebody.
to fuck.
I just
Right.
no, no, no,
So
no.
speaking of penetration,
I
bra,
just
I
like
did see an interesting tweet I would love for you to expand on a little bit. Sorry, I'm like turning it into my podcast. I'm like, I have a question for you now.
oh, I do want
Yeah,
to go
do
back to
it.
that in a second. Go
So
ahead.
there was okay. So I saw a tweet. I saw a tweet that you said. I think you
Cream pie.
retweeted
A cream pie.
something that said like, I just got a cream pie. It was like maybe a content creator or an adult performer,
Performer, yeah.
or who said, I just got 2 cream pies, Chris Cock and Raw Star.
Okay, I want to explain.
Can
I
you
want to explain this.
We
explain?
Okay,
talked about this
it's hilarious. It's
earlier
hilarious. It's hilarious.
Talk
too.
So
about it a little bit.
here's the deal. So people use my house a lot to record smut. I don't care. I have an extra room. People have used, but just every room in my house, except for my bedroom, has been used to film some type of content. I mean, for my kitchen, my living room, my porch, my back porch, my garage, my spare room, my backyard. Every room has been losing except for my room. So they filmed like a cream pie scene in my spare room. Okay. But in my house, like you've been to my house before, I have a lot of snacks and
Oh
drink
yeah,
and
that
juice
was like
for guests.
I know about your snacks.
So and the thing is like a lot of the times
Mhm.
I don't even eat them. They're just there for others. So I have two big boxes of oatmeal cream pies.
Okay, so I thought something like that. I did. But then you
So
replied and you were like, you left with every whole feeling. I was like, okay,
yeah, she technically did. She
I'm
ate.
gonna ask him about that.
She had food that went into her mouth, and she had stuff that went into her vagina. She didn't do any
All
anal,
right.
so
It's a
almost
little
every
innuendo. I like
so
that.
in every
Two holes.
and like she ate like we ate from this restaurant. So she got
Ooh.
food in her stomach. So she basically did have every hole, like almost every hole filled. I just played along with it because it was hilarious. Because I
Right.
jokingly said when I handed it to her, so now you can say I gave you a cream pie too.
It's
Oh
funny
my
because
god.
when I saw it and I saw that you replied like kind of like that, and then I went to her profile to be like, okay, well, let me just investigate a little bit, and then I saw like a scene of her and like Chris together, and then I was just like, okay, so at least with Chris she's not making an innuendo or whatever, right? So in my head I was like, okay, maybe I don't know, I just want to ask about it, just wanted to ask about it
Mhm.
because I was like,
Yeah.
imagine if Ross started his own OnlyFans.
I have an OnlyFans. I
Ooh,
do. But it's more so
it
from
doesn't
like,
count.
so we have an OnlyFans for the podcast because we do a nude podcast also,
Ooh,
a news side of the
Mhm.
podcast, and
that makes
people
sense.
are nude on there. And I do like I don't 99% of the pictures I take of people like that are naked, whatever, I don't post them. And if I do, I always post censored versions of it because I don't
Yeah.
post nudity on my Twitter. But the thing is like occasionally there's a video that I can put up that I put on there, but it's not of me. Like you won't see my genitalia anywhere out there in the world because I feel that I'm not a performer. I'm not that unshy. And I have a day job too, but I'm not that unshy to say, hey, here's here's raw, you know.
Yeah. Okay,
Here's
well,
the
just so everybody knows, you are not gonna see Raw Star's genitalia on the OnlyFans. Just spoiler alert. For
I mean,
I feel like there must be like a list of people who are
no.
like hoping
Somebody,
when they
someone
join
literally,
that they're
someone
gonna
lit
see you're gonna see something.
somebody
right.
literally texted me that night after they saw that tweet and said, "Where can I watch it?"
See?
And it's like it's
The
hilarious because
thing.
like the person who asked has like not that many people in LA in general
Mhm.
has seen my genitalia. You know, both y'all have.
Exclusive.
Like both y'all have,
Yes.
but not that many people in LA have seen my genitalia, and it's like this person has, and it's like, so you just, so are you trying to see my genitalia again, or are you just trying to see me have sex with somebody on camera?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ask? Did you ask?
They didn't reply to me. They didn't
Mm,
answer
Of
that question.
course not. That's a big question.
yeah.
It's a good
Come
question. I
on,
mean,
how would you answer that?
because like
Tell me.
because like like I love like some people. And I still get them to this day. A lot of my friends, I get a lot of random texts of my friends of saying, "Hey, check this out," and it's just them naked. And
Mhm.
I'm so used to it now that it does it like it just it's just a second. It's just like you sending me a selfie, like, "Hey, I'm over here in the Bahamas," and you're just fully clothed. It's just like getting those now. I'm
Yeah.
so I'm so numb to people sending me nudity now. And it's like, is that what this person is looking for? Or it's like, are you just trying to say, oh, here's my here's my dick erect, you know?
So what you're saying is I should send you a nude with no context and you'd be okay with it since we're really good friends?
I think you have before. And yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, some
She's like,
yeah,
like
possibly.
I'm
But
not
I
gonna
think there was context to it though.
yeah.
I got a text from somebody like 3, 4 years ago, right after they had just got their breast done. And like it was the very first picture they took after got everything done. And they just sent me it just messaged was just like, hey Raw, what do you think?
Yeah, I've had friends like that too who like just got out of surgery and they're like, I'm not shooting just yet. Like I'm still like waiting another 2 weeks or so, but like look at them. Like you know what I mean? And
Look
I'm
at
just
that new bod.
yeah. And then I'm
Yeah,
always like, oh my God, I feel special. Like I got a little
yeah.
exclusive. You know what I mean?
And they ended up posting that picture like a month later. And I'm like, hey, I got
You're
to
like,
see
you
that
got
like
the
a month
You're
VIP
like,
earlier.
I was
release.
a
You
real
got early
friend.
release.
And
Fuck
I don't really know
yeah.
this person knows like I really love titties. Cause like I don't think I've ever told it before. And it was like, hey, those are nice, you know? And it's not, it's
Mhm.
from a lot of people who know that like either I will not, I mean, I'm not actively like saying, oh, you sending me to take a picture. You must want to have sex with me. And they know that's not my mindset. You know, I'm not,
Mm.
thinking about that. So they just say, oh, I can just send it to Raw.
Yeah. Well, honestly, that's appreciated, especially when like you are a sex worker or even just, I don't know, you don't even have to be a sex worker necessarily, but like when you feel good about your body or like any of that and you feel proud of it a little bit and you're like, hey, look at this, but you don't necessarily want to be have to think like, oh man, like I don't want to like make it weird or
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean, open a door
Mhm.
for this where I'm gonna be expected to like whatever. Especially as sex workers, I think people are like very I don't know,
That
you know, when
and
sometimes we're just like, look at this, you know, and
that's
Yeah.
why I
regular.
joke about like a lot of people who were at my home just literally walk around naked. And I
I
literally
Yeah.
feel
just be like watching television, like, okay. It's not in my mind, whatever. So I'm so used to it now. So yeah.
It's funny because I get drunk and I get naked, but not necessarily sexual naked, just in a freeing my body naked. Just
yeah,
like end up being like,
uncomfortable.
oh, this is uncomfortable. You know, like if my top is just like tight or whatever. I'm like, all
Yeah,
right, I want to take this off.
right.
And I just end up like taking the rest of my clothes off and then bam, suddenly I'm naked. I
Yep.
don't even have
Yeah.
to be too drunk. It just happens. So I'm like, you
Yeah,
know
it's
what? I'm
just
gonna
the
be
comfortable, you know
free.
what I mean? Like when you take off your jeans, you take off your bra, and you can see like it left like a mark. You're like, oh, that was uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like I just need to be like not being like restricted in that way. Like I don't like wearing a bra even. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm just thankful
Yeah,
that
cause like honestly, I'm always except for when I was forced to do a pantsless party. Um
you're forced. Uh
For
oh.
he was peer pressured into it, not forced. Okay, there's a
Okay.
difference. Peer pressure.
Period. I was extremely peer pressured into it in my house because everybody was doing it except for me. And
But you like it.
Yeah. And
and
also,
like,
Raw, like, hey, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
I don't. But like,
But
We
but
said that as we peer pressured him.
he's saying
but
it
like,
to himself as he's saying
but
it.
like, yeah, they were able to make me get me to do it. But they like the thing is like to get to that, I don't like wearing underwear, so I never wear it. So it's just like whenever I'm
Mm.
just there, it's like
So
okay,
pantsless was like
I don't, I
pantsless.
don't. Oh well, no,
Same.
well, no, no. 'Cause, like
It was like
we were still wearing shirts. I still had a shirt on, mind
so
you.
you had like the little it was giving it
Yeah,
was
You're
but
giving
like,
Winnie the
I
Pooh.
mean, I mean, like yeah, I mean, Jake, they
It's
can't see me,
giving
but
Winnie
like,
the
yeah,
Pooh.
still,
Just shirt,
like,
no
yeah,
pants.
yeah.
mhm,
I don't need it.
same.
You know,
I'm wearing just boxers right now. So
see, we're
Okay,
see, we're
close.
so
That's
we're
technically
basically
no
like
pants.
shorts, but more comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. Just so
I love
cozy.
wearing those at home.
Yeah, me too. My favorite underwear.
see, because the thing is, like, before I had a lot more people at my home, I used to just sleep naked too. So I think like that is most comfortable to me. But like, I'm always like, I'm always mindful of people around me, so I always like try to keep things on my body,
Mhm.
because I'm not like I'm comfortable in my skin, but I'm not as comfortable in my skin as others are, you know. So what
Sarah's just
you
sitting there naked already.
Like me, I'm comfortable
like
in my
honest,
skin.
honestly, I feel so like if she knew that I wouldn't mind editing some of it, she would have just got topless right now the entire time after I said what I
Yeah.
said, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how used to it I am.
Exactly. For real. He's used to my
Oh,
jokes, my antics, my regular nudity.
Yeah, yeah. I
Mhm.
like it. I like it. You know, everyone has like a different brand of like how they deal with how like their sexuality and how they feel with their bodies and stuff like that. So it's really nice when
Mhm.
you can like, be compatible with your friends and stuff too, you know?
Yeah, exactly. For example, during winter, because obviously winter is cold, but I still like to be around the house, even his place, like naked or half naked.
You're like, turn on the
And
heater.
yeah, and because we had things we had to do, mind you, he did have the heater on. He turned it on specifically for me, which I hadn't asked, but he's nice about it. So he did it in advance.
I take
Um,
cues. Like
Right.
if I
It's
see
like, oh, Sarah's
someone,
coming over. She's gonna wanna
no, 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 like
mhm.
she was already there, they were here, and I'm like, if I see you like like reaching like turning the low like look like I can see you looking at a cover at a blanket. I'm like, okay, they're getting cold, but they don't want to tell
Yeah.
me
No,
I'm
Rye is
getting
good at
cold.
stuff like that. I feel like there was like
Mhm.
a few times I would just get up even like because we were smoking a lot of weed. That's another thing me and Sarah do together. We smoke weed, but
We
we were smoking weed
do.
and I had like the munchies maybe, and I had the munchies maybe the whole time I was there, but I just would get up and like look at the table a little bit. And then like Rob would be like, "Oh yeah, and in the fridge there's like blah blah. In the freezer there's like five different kinds of ice cream, and then there's this isn't this." You're just like
In
already
the
jump into
pantry,
like
there's
what
this.
the girl might need or what the guest might need. So
And like
Mhm.
shout out to that.
I think I had a cabinet full of Girl Scout cookies, and I'm like, go ahead,
Oh yeah, the Girl
Yeah.
Scout cookies. What
like
are both
Yeah.
of y'all's favorite Girl Scout cookies?
the tag alongs.
Mm,
The thing is, it's weird too because I don't like chocolate, but
mhm.
there's enough peanut butter in there to mask the chocolate taste for me.
Okay. I like a Samoa, I
I
think.
have some.
Ooh, okay. So my ultimate favorite one, which actually got discontinued years ago,
Mhm.
is the cranberry orange.
Whoa, I have
That
never
one's
even. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
that one's really good. I could almost never find it. I don't know if people just didn't ask for it or if like it just wasn't stocked in general, but I am going to recreate those like myself. I'm gonna just bake some
Yeah.
cranberry orange cookies
I've
because
never
those were my
seen
favorite.
these.
Yeah, those were
Wow.
good.
Sarah with
They
the
got
exotic
they got
cookies.
rid of my favorite cookie a long time ago, and that was
So good.
the lemon ones. It
Oh,
was
I do like those lemon drops. And then did they
no,
have the
it was like a regular lemon cookie, so it was just like an
oh
Oreo, and it had but it was like vanilla with
oh
lemon in the
okay. It
middle.
wasn't like the lemon drops were good because they had powdered sugar on them.
I think they still
They were
have
good, and
those.
they were like lemony.
They still have
I
those.
like
Yeah, I'm like, I'm hungry.
Yeah, they still have those. I think
that.
lemon ups
Lemon nut.
Ooh,
because they use less sugar now for them.
What is it called?
I think it's called lemon
lemon
ups.
ups.
Oh, I said lemon nuts. I was like,
Lemon
okay.
ups. Lemon
Mm.
ups.
I was like,
You
okay,
can
lemon
sprinkle
nut.
some nut in there, turn it into a
Yeah,
lemon
Oh
make
my
it a
gosh.
lemon nut.
Well, I mean,
lemon nut.
I can show you an anime scene that where this girl talks about how she put her juices into a cookie and yeah, she put her juices into a cookie and
Goodness, the
yeah,
things anime come up with, I
no,
swear.
Did she do it in a way to
that
make the cookie more delicious, or was she like tricking somebody, or was
no,
it like part
here's
of
the
the
deal.
recipe?
So when she okay, it's an anime called so where we're but it's called when a world where dirty jokes don't exist. So Japan in the anime basically has made it so you cannot do any like porn was outlawed, you couldn't do this, and you have to wear a collar or whatever, and like when if you think lewd thoughts, you get in trouble. Now there's a few hours during a day where it like not a few hours, but a few minutes that it's like a dead zone. Everything got to reset, which everything is like you can get away with the stuff. So during that time, this girl who has never experienced anything sexual got like she got like they were running the two lewd people. Like one of them fell on her, on her face, whatever, and she experienced having nuts in her face balls in her face for the first time. And like she knew it was this guy, whatever, who whatever, but then after that, she just felt hypersexual, and
Oh,
she wanted to be with him, whatever. And her first thing, like one of the first few things she did was when she was trying to love herself and experience love, whatever, she realized that she gets wet. So she kept calling it her love juices. And like,
oh my
I
god.
will send you this video later. And like her love juices. So she put her love juices into the cookie batter. And like when she gave her friend a cookie, she said, but she said those are okay. But she said, for yours, I made them extra special. And then she went into detail about how she came that water, liquid, into those cookies and gave it to him.
Hmm.
I
So
love
That's
juices.
kind of
I
a little
think I actually
idea.
remember seeing this. I think you showed me this YouTube video or this
yeah,
anime
and
video.
the thing is, like, it's more to it. And then I didn't realize it was an uncensored version of this anime
Oh.
because
Oh.
it shows nudity in the
Course.
anime. But I when I saw it, I saw the censored version, and when I saw the uncensored version, I thought it was a fan made. When at first I'm like, no, this is the actual scene.
That's
Oh
so
my
funny.
God,
It's a
this.
good idea, honestly, for anybody who sells their like panties or anything like that. Just have
Hmm.
like some special love juice cookies.
I mean,
Cookie with cookie
I mean,
juice.
I just don't know how they would ship, like
I mean, you can
Yeah.
ship.
that's the part.
They
You
would
can
just
put it
need
in
to
plastic.
overnight them. Like maybe
Hmm.
Sarah, the next time we're together, we'll do a nude cooking video and we'll just like
Ooh,
and then we'll have like the little we extracted the juice from one another.
fuck yeah, I love that
Put it in the
idea.
thing and then like whoever, whatever, we can like ship it and just like overnight it to them and just like airtight them.
Fuck yes, I
there
love that.
was there was a site I want to say about 9, 10 years ago where people were selling their pussy juice.
I
It
feel
was
like I
Oh yeah.
maybe
pussy juice lube. What's the name
pussy
of it?
juice
I
lube.
I heard the thing about bath water. I remember
Mm-hmm.
that time.
Yeah,
But
Forgot who
bathwater.
it was, but I think it was
because
started off as a joke. I
I
don't know if they
remember
actually
It
three of
was
the
like a
did.
girls.
Twitch, not a Twitch girl, but it was like one of the not like a porn performer like from mainstream porn. It was like someone who like maybe did crossover or something. I don't remember. Like
Like
These
those
girls
like
are mainstream
lewd
girls.
performers.
yeah, they're like
What?
really famous OF girls or really famous Twitch girls or really famous, like somebody like that. They had
Yeah.
their bathwater for like thousands of dollars or something. And then there was
Mhm.
a girl who was selling her farts as well, actually.
Yeah.
That was
See,
interesting.
it was
She
pussy
said that
juice
she actually was
lube, and
getting
I'm trying to
sick because of the
remember.
stuff she was eating. Hmm?
I'm
Oof.
trying to remember who were all the girls. It was like 8 girls. They were all porn performers. And I can only remember two of the girls. But I know it was the website is still up. It looks like. Yep, the website is still up.
To sell
Yeah,
pussy juice.
I know they don't do it anymore. I'm hoping. But like
Check it
because
out. I'm like,
yeah, pussylube.com, it is still up. And I know
Dang.
I know everybody on this list except for two of the girls. And
Okay.
yeah, and I don't
oh,
know.
it's with the yeah, okay. I don't know if we're saying names or
Yeah,
not.
I'm not saying names, but I know some of the girls on here, and it looks like it's been updated though. Oh my God, I
Well,
don't
I
know
mean,
if
it
it.
should be, right? It should be updated every now and then. Oh, okay. Well, this
Uh,
is just lube, so it's
yeah.
probably not
Oh no,
obviously
it's
their actual
no,
juice.
they use the machine, like they get a video of how they got it. So you have sex with yourself, and they have something that sucks it into like a sponge, and then they squeeze the sponge thingy into a the container.
Wow.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
want to know how it would stay.
I don't know. I didn't buy one.
Well,
Let me
if
I
look
you
it
didn't
up.
think
look in.
about it, pee is sterile. So I'm
Right.
guessing squirt is probably sterile too. And so pussy juices would be a close like second, you know. They
Yeah, so
wouldn't
it would
have
probably have to be like super like airtight once they like suck it out and then it just goes straight into the lube.
yeah.
And I don't know what they do, and I didn't buy one. It was just like, but I think it's
You were just curious
I
enough to
start
look
like
it
because
up,
there's a
see how
few
the
things.
process
There's
was.
a few things. Yeah, I was curious. I had to be curious, just like to see how it. Because I seen one of the girls on the site post about it, and I'm like, what? This is different.
Mhm.
And like I was telling somebody, it makes sense because like if you buy a fleshlight, um and you buy you buy their toy, their sex toys, whatever, you could put their lube on their vagina, whatever, and you can pretend you are having sex with them because it's if it's real, it's technically their lube on that
Right.
toy, and
I'm
you're,
looking to see if there's added ingredients or what.
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't.
They don't
I,
I
say anything.
mean, if it's if they're selling it, then it must be like FDA certified or whatever it is that you do for lube.
I mean, it's a
Maybe.
vid.
But if you say it's novelty, a lot of sex toys can like kind of
Yeah.
bypass the FDA standards and stuff by saying it's novel, but then like people are gonna really use it. Kind of like the jelly toys and stuff like that. Um
Speaking of, I need a new vibrator.
So
yours broke. Used it too
Mm-hmm.
much. Broke it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What
Either
kind do
that
you
or
like?
I'm using the wrong charger. Right now I've been using the Lush.
Okay. I
So
like
I either need to buy the new version of it or something similar to it, which I know I'll buy the new version of it and possibly something else, but I need
I
a
haven't.
new
It's a new gun here.
vibrator recommendation.
It's a new gun here.
I'm thinking
Ooh.
I don't know. They're called I'm trying to remember. It's called like plus one or something like that. I want to
That's
say there might be here somewhere. I think my
I
battery
was
hmm.
I didn't I don't know if you saw it or when you were here or not, many, but like I was telling someone, the person who talked about us giving her cream pie. I was telling her about the dick on the stick and why.
Oh, the
Oh,
what was it
Yeah,
called?
yeah, the dick on the stick, like literally.
Oh yeah, the lollipop.
it,
That lollipop was actually kind of
No,
good.
it's
no, no,
literally called Dick on a Stick,
it's
like
dick on
on
the
the
stick.
box, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Oh, it's like a sex
It's
toy. I'm so sorry.
yeah. So
Yeah,
basically,
She
no,
was
it
look,
like
really is.
getting
like
confused.
when she was talking about that, I
Other
guess,
dicks on
and I said the gun, whatever. It made me think of like why I got the dick on the stick because I'm not on camera, and like she was doing a dual masturbation with somebody, and like I wanted to try to hold it, but my arms aren't long enough. Like I would have to be in the camera, or like I have to angle myself to do something. So I'm like, the only way I could do this is if I get a dick on a stick and I'm off camera and I'm doing like this, like off camera, like the roll motion, like going back and forth. So I don't gotta be on camera, and I can like help them do that. And I was telling them about the dick on the stick, and
Mhm.
in the where it's at now, I had just put a new sex gun inside there. So it's a new sex gun there now.
I'm trying to
Nice.
find.
But that's not a vibrator though.
No,
I
no, no.
need a
I
new
just no, I just
vibrator
it's
recommendation,
it's
Rostar.
I don't buy vibrators. I'm not a I don't use vibrators.
Do
I
you
have
like?
a
Do you like just like a little bit of like a clit tickle? Do you like insertion stuff?
Um, so I have two methods I like to play. So at least when I'm doing by myself, sometimes I do just like clit sensation, like clit vibration.
Yeah.
But if it's like a longer vibrator, because sometimes I like to like lay it flat so it vibrates on my clit and my lips.
Yeah.
And then other times I like the one with the insertion, sometimes with it's like the two prong
Yeah.
where it hits in and it vibrates on the G spot and then it vibrates on the clit too.
Yeah. That one was
I
always
like
so
that.
intense. Like I feel like sometimes
Yeah.
it gets dramatic when I'm by myself. Like I'm like, oh my God, like
Hmm.
I'm doing so much.
I
But
really like using that one to film, so I think I might get another one like that.
yeah, okay.
Hmm.
I have been lately just been kind of, I don't know, I like the softer, maybe like silicone vibrators, if like they're
Mm.
going in or whatever. But I usually don't penetrate myself like that much.
Yeah.
Used to, I think, a little bit more, but like I don't
Mhm.
really do it as much anymore. But usually I like yeah, that little bit on my G spot. And then like the little
Mhm.
tickle. Do you remember like the bunny vibrators or whatever, the
Oh
rabbits?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that was really intense. I feel like because of the way that because it didn't just vibrate on your clit, it was like the two little like I don't know, like it
Yeah,
tickles
on both sides just went up and down and kind of
yeah,
moved it.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel like that helped expose the clit too.
yeah, and it just made it feel like oh my god, like I don't know, like I would squirt, you know what I mean? So
Hmm.
because like I don't know how to like make myself squirt no matter what, but it happens like every now and then. I feel like it's like always
Yeah.
like that when I'm just like oh my god, like it
Ooh.
feels like yeah. She's a
So how
dude.
about you try it this way next time? So what I feel like what usually gets me to squirt is sometimes with vibration, sometimes without, but I wouldn't do the vibrations on the clit. I would do them on the
Yeah.
G spot. So just have it
Oh.
going up, you know?
Yeah, it is always like the G spot, like that pushing, like I don't know, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Hmm.
it's a good.
So yeah, when you're thrusting, don't go straight up,
Yeah,
go that curve,
right.
that curve up. And I feel like that should help. Maybe you find like a certain like motion or whatever that you feel like feels good, like feels extra good, then you keep doing that repetitively and that should get you to squirt, hopefully.
Okay, I'll report back with some results. Thanks, girl.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I wanted to show you guys this. So this is like a drill dough, right? So my friend had a drill dough, and we went out to
I
this like
am
rig with
teacher
it,
Sarah in the
and it was
house.
like I don't know how to explain it. It was like almost like a like remember like Christina Aguilera's Dirty video when everybody's like dressed like I don't know if you guys remember that, but we dressed up like construction workers, but like sexy. And
I
so like
think so, yeah.
this is my friend's like drill dough or whatever. I don't know if you can see that.
I see it.
And it's
Ooh.
like literally just like this drill dough
Oh,
that
be careful,
everybody
it's
was like
too.
obsessed with, like this like motorized like
That's fucking awesome. I
yeah,
want
and it
one.
worked too. So if you like press the thing, it would just like
Ooh, I want to do something like that.
yeah, like a
Imagine
hugging
throwing like a
machine.
party, like a construction themed party where all of us are construction stuff and we turned it
We're
into
working
an
on each other.
orgy. Yeah, exactly. We basically make it look like we're fixing up the building or something. And then exactly.
And it'll be like a hose at work or something, you know?
Imagine if we go all out and we find a friend who actually has a house that they're about to demolish and let us
And
demolish part of.
Right. Oh my God. And part of it is us like destroying some stuff, but then we like, I don't like saying like we destroy each other's pussy, but in this instance.
And right, exactly.
In this instance.
And we
Okay.
end up with a lot of like nut on our faces too.
Cute.
You know, we can carry the load.
Yeah, right. Right. That's gonna be the end thing. Like, don't worry, I can carry this load. I got this load.
I feel like roster is just sitting there like, what have I gotten myself into?
Oh no,
ladies?
I'm just sitting back listening to the conversation because like I got a feeling that if this occurs, I'm gonna be forced to be a camera person. So I'm gonna take notes and write down all the details.
Maybe.
You and
Keep an eye open for a house too that like looks like we could maybe like deconstruct and construct and also fuck or something. I don't know.
Oh God.
I'm not even
I'm
shooting
sure
like
we
that
can
much
make that
more, but that's like an exception. I would, I would
You know what? I feel this is a little late into the conversation because we didn't do this. We kind of just skipped over the first question we asked everybody. Minnie, tell us about yourself. Who are you?
Oh, hey, everyone. If you don't know who I am by
Oh,
now.
goodness fucking gracious. I forgot to ask that.
We skipped like we're only X amount of minutes in. We didn't ask the question like, who are you? Who is this person? We just had this
Who
small
am I?
talk.
Who are you?
Good
Introduce
question.
yourself.
I'm not, and I'm not gonna go back. So what you're getting is what you're getting. So you had to wait this long for it. So who is this
Yeah,
person?
it is what it is. And I feel like you got to learn probably a lot about me more than I can explain myself just by our conversation anyway. But yeah, I am an independent performer. I have been for a really long time. I'm like part-time. I've been honestly on and off for since I was like 19. But yeah, I also
Which is
am
only 2 years ago. I was
2 years ago.
It's only 2 years ago.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, exactly. I just started. No, but yeah, I also run a nonprofit that is for like BIPOC, like people of color, queer people, sex workers, active and former sex workers. We do like a lot of art healing stuff for people who are like going through any kind of trauma, and building community. So I'm really passionate about stuff like that. And like I said, I've just been in and out of sex work for over a decade at this point. So it's not really like it is like something that I do as a job and stuff too, but it's also just something that's been running background in my life, whether it be like the main thing I'm doing or a part-time thing I'm doing. So yeah, I'm like, I'm here for the hose, So even in my nonprofit work, my activism work and stuff, I try and like always kind of insert, like, okay, what about sex workers though? Because I think even in progressive spaces, like people will forget about sex workers, even like with the Me Too movement, you know what I mean? A lot of people were like not including sex workers into, or be like, oh, well, she's like a stripper. So like, who cares about that?
Like,
So,
oh, isn't that just part of your job?
Yeah. And it's like, no, bitch, like, no, so I'm really passionate about that because obviously, like, I love bitches like Sarah, you know what I mean? I love bitches like me. I love like, I think that we deserve, just great things, and we deserve to be respected and all of that. And people just deserve more options in general, So I think that, yeah, I'm just somebody who's an advocate for that kind of thing. I play guitar, I play Stardew Valley, I stream on Twitch as well. And I also am a caregiver, so I'm very like, I don't know, I like to just do a lot of different things, but that's who I am, kind of an artist as
And I
well.
want to say this. I want to say two things actually. One, for everybody who's out there who listen to us, I think this is episode probably like 188, 187. This needs to be said. This podcast was started because of a little inspiration from this podcast that I listen to off and on. It's called something about Minnie. And
Really? This is so nice.
and like it only took 180 something episodes to get the person who inspired me to start a podcast on the podcast, and yeah, so everybody who's listening out there, if it wasn't for this human right here who you're listening to right now, I probably wouldn't have started this podcast. And now being, nominated for
Award nominated.
yeah,
Yeah, I was just about to say
three time
congrats.
awarded, like nominated for three different awards,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and
Fuck
doing what
yeah.
we're doing, it was all because of this human right here. And
Thanks for having me.
you got to give her all the love
Yeah.
for that. I'm not ending right now, y'all. I'm just expressing my gratitude to Minnie, because yeah, we wouldn't have got here, we wouldn't have started this if it wasn't for, like I like. And if you want to go back and listen to her old episodes, because they're still up and they're really really good. I know, like, I don't know, do you still do it off and on, or you?
Something about Minnie, yeah. So I am thinking about archiving them just because they're from so long ago. But if they're still up, go listen to them. You're gonna get such a candid side of me that, like, it's not that it doesn't exist anymore, but it's really cool to have this documentation of like my candid conversations at like 22, 23. Like, I'm 30 now. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a pretty
Yeah.
good little time capsule. And I wouldn't say it's not me anymore, but it just is like, yeah, you're a different person when you're 23. You like, so it's cool to have that documentation. And I have some like really cool guests on that are like friends of mine and like people that are other sex workers and sometimes not too. And we're just talking, just shooting the shit. So I love
Mhm.
that. I love that it inspired this. Raw. Congrats also, like, both of y'all for, I don't know, just keeping this consistent as well, and having me on. I love that.
Yeah,
And right now I
so
also host Avro Heals, the podcast. So if you want to check that out, that is the official podcast of the nonprofit that I founded or co-founded, and I'm a co-director of. And yeah, so
which brings me to my second
Heck
point, because yeah,
yeah.
it's thanks to her. But I've purchased, I have, it's not hanging up because I have not hung up a picture in a long, 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 long time. And I told Miss Sarah when she returns that we're going to hang up all these paintings and things I have. But one of the paintings I have is currently in my it's currently in my spare room where I think I'm gonna hang it up at. That I got from her nonprofit. It was at their 1 year. I think it was
yeah.
your 1 year anniversary.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
bro. I got to, okay, that was really, really special for me. So we had a basically like a 1 year anniversary fundraiser comedy show that I did like a little comedy set for. And we had a silent auction where we like auctioned off some art that our community made and stuff, and Raw got one of the pieces. So I thought that was so special because we also streamed it on Twitch. Ra has helped me so much on Twitch.
Aw,
So it was
that's so
cute to stream that and
sweet.
everything come for full circle. So I'm so here for just friends that are also supportive of our endeavors inside and outside of sex work. I think it's like very important. And yeah, I just really, yeah, that was really special to me, Ra. I'm glad
Yeah.
that
So,
you have
Oh
it.
my
Can't wait for you to put it
gosh.
up too.
no, it's like I just okay. I want to say this. I have two pictures hanging up in my home too, and it's like the only reason one of them is hanging up was because it was the only thing I had of color in my house when I moved in. Before I had like before I had my couches and everything, all I had was my futon, the futon that was there. All I had was the futon and two lawn chairs. And I'm like, I need something like hanging somewhere. And so the one that's in the bathroom, it originally was in the living room, and I put it up so I can have something hanging. And then I felt wrong just taking it down when I moved it from the living room, so I just relocated it to the restroom. And then the other one is like a picture that my friend gave me, and
Is it the naked lady? I remember that
yeah,
one.
Bobby Dean. So Bobby gave me his
Yeah.
picture, and I'm like, you know what? She's
You
the one.
said, you know what, I have no choice but to.
Yeah, and because like
Mhm.
she does my eyebrows
It's
still.
beautiful photo too. It
It's
really
like,
Ooh,
is.
yeah, she does my
A
eyebrows
nice little
still.
silhouette.
Yeah.
right? I remember that one specifically.
I have another one that I have
Hmm.
ready to buy. I just haven't bought it
Ready to
yet.
buy.
Like, no, I already got it like done up because it's like it was a color picture. I made it into a black and white picture and I'm hanging it up. and it's a picture that was taken probably 2 days after you were here, Minnie.
Okay, cute.
Yeah, yeah, at night, at like dead of night.
I
The
think
two,
I know which one you're talking about
yeah,
because it was the one that you helped you asked me and
yeah. It's a
what's your
picture.
name to pick out.
It's a picture of Sarah and the unknown other person we're in, and they picked
Unnamed, not
they
unknown.
or unnamed person. They gave me five pictures to choose from, and so I picked one and I made it into a black and white picture. So I just got to get it, onto a canvas and say,
Yeah,
okay.
better it's gonna look cute.
It
So I
will
mean,
be. I'm
so
excited.
all I gotta do is pay for it. Like I've just been so lazy, and I actually told someone 2 days ago, remind me to buy that this week, and that was 2 days ago, and they didn't reminded me yet. So
They
there's
didn't
that.
remind you. I could set an alarm if you want me to remind you.
No,
And
I just gotta stop being lazy. Um,
I feel like he's procrastinating because I'm not there, and he
Mhm.
wants to wait for me to be there to put it up,
I mean,
Yeah, I'm
or
sure.
tell I'm going to
That
be
could be
there so he can be
sentimental.
like, "Hey, look, you notice anything different?" And then point
Yeah,
at it.
oh, because
yeah.
like, cause she knows I randomly had like, she was here last, I randomly had like Stitch. She loves Stitch. I just randomly had some
Hmm.
Stitch covers, and like
Oh,
I seen her go in there like to put her bags and stuff down, and then I just see her coming out of the back, holding one of the pillows, just smiling and grinning, just pop on the couch,
so
and then
cute.
Just
she didn't realize I had to get all new. Okay, you were there during the like that three-way she spoke about. I have all new furniture now because too much has
Because
went
it got
on.
ruined. No, I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, like the one that they were
You said, yeah,
on.
actually,
Yeah,
there's pump
it's
stands everywhere.
it started to
over
peel. No,
time, yes.
I spray. No, like I have sprayed,
I know.
disinfected,
We have
and
a blanket,
like
when we put it away when it was done.
no, I spray
I
and
need one of those. A
like
spread blanket.
on the
Yeah.
couch. I spray and disinfected all the time.
Yeah.
Like when they left, I sprayed the mess out of that. Like I take that seriously because like I don't want anything
Oh,
to be
yeah, of
crazy.
course.
Even though no one has anything, it's just like, the mindfulness of like, this is clean and because this is my living
Mhm.
room. But
Yeah,
train of
and also
thought.
if you know your friends are like gonna come over and sit down with no pants, it's like it feels good to know that like it is a clean surface and it probably will get cleaned after and it probably got cleaned right before. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So
Exactly. That's the awesome
I
part.
love to
they
know that.
like I have like at least like five different disinfectants over here now and different like I make sure those are there no matter what.
Oh
So
yeah.
I take that seriously. Not
He goes
and
insane buying them sometimes. I remember I
yeah.
was there when we were trying to clean up a little cooter's white spot from the couch, and we couldn't do it with one of them, and then the next thing we know, the following day two new spray bottles come in, and I was like, damn, I didn't think you
Like, here
ordered
you
them.
go. You can take care of that little stain now.
Yeah,
And
it
it's like
wasn't my state either. It was someone else's we were cleaning up, and we were like,
Ooh,
oh, whoopsie.
I mean
yeah.
it's okay.
It
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 was
smells nice.
Ooh, it's pussy juice lube.
I mean, she was another cute Asian, so
Yeah, there was on the site, I did see that there was like Asian pussy juice lube, like, and it was like a random Asian person or whatever. But it was like, if you ever fucked an Asian girl, you'll know about like this, and this, or something. It was really funny. So I'm just like, yeah, there's like something like juicy there. So probably had some of that
hmm
on your couch.
yeah, I mean
exactly
and
the
like
stuff that people pay for.
Right. And it's
I
just
mean
there.
like
Mm.
I mean I'm used to, people dropping fluids at my crib.
Squirting on
So
your couch.
I don't think anybody has actually squirted like
That
that,
you've seen.
like waterfall squirted
That you've seen.
that I've
That you've
seen in
seen.
my living room. In my living room.
Mm,
In my bedroom, that's a different story. A living room,
Oh, your bedroom. There was
not my
no.
bedroom. In my spare bedroom.
oh, okay. I was gonna
Yeah.
be like, oh, spicy.
No,
Yeah.
this no, I'm no like I'm a prude. If anything goes down, it goes down in the living room. But with me. But I will
So
say
it's
this.
that reminds me, there was this one time that so this wasn't planned. Part of it was I did an anal solo masturbation in his spare bedroom. But because I didn't want to get the bed dirty or wet, obviously, because we were gonna sleep in it, I did it on the floor, and so I was just like bent over and like, laying down on a
Yeah.
pretzel, that kind of
And
stuff.
Sarah is like flexible, y'all. Like Sarah, she can dance. She's flexible. She got a cute butthole. Like it's
Thank
a lot to
you.
look at.
Anything nice. So
Thank
I
you. Let me
did a
drink
nice
water.
little like 20 to 25 minute video. That shit was good. But after I was done, um, Ace and I were doing some Snapchats. So I wanted to do a little teaser of me just like strip teasing off, like, oh my God, look at what I just finished doing, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, oh, maybe you should just like suck the photographer's dick a little bit. Your OnlyFans would like that. And I was like, okay, let's do it. So I started sucking his dick. He was like, I mean, you made me record watching you rail your own ass with a plastic dildo. Can't I just have a little bit of that ass? Just a little piece of it.
Sprinkle. Just
So
a
we ended
sprinkle
up.
of ass. You're like, okay.
I was like, damn, when you put it that way, okay, yeah. Come roll me, come roll this for me. And I didn't plan it, so we didn't have any like towels or anything laid out. And I ended up squirting while he fucked me. But we don't, sadly, it was such a good squirt, but we didn't record
Recorded
that
it.
part.
That's kind of what happens though. And I feel like because you were
Mhm.
all warmed up, you know what I mean? You were like already warmed up, like 20, 25 minutes, and then you guys started doing like, you know what I mean? It like probably helped a little bit. And it
See,
does suck, but I do feel like sometimes, not all the time, but the best sex will just happen and you'll like forget, or like the camera will move or something if it's not already like
Mhm.
put there, you know?
I think
So it's
as
good,
Exactly.
but
a
sometimes
as a
it's like,
camera
damn, I should have
person,
caught it. But sometimes that's what makes it good too, you know? So
Mhm.
content really, captures, if it can capture that passion and everything, like
Yeah.
some good
That's why I
content.
like having a BTS camera. At least it can capture
Yes.
something.
Oh, BTS camera is so good because I feel like, especially as like a performer myself, I'm just like, if something, I can't say that all the time. If it's like overproduced, I don't like it because like I'll still watch it for something different, kind of. And it's not that it won't work. It's just sometimes there is something about like the behind the scenes, like it's not edited that much. It might be just a Snapchat video. It's just like a selfie, like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
It
then
looks
um,
knowing like,
more raw.
I just thought about something.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
so I would say this. Well, three things actually. One, okay, I might be in a BTS somewhere that's on a site somewhere.
Ooh,
Did you have
so
to sign
you're
a
on a
release? Yeah, you have to sign a
porno.
And
release or
and
what?
no, I was like I know
Probably
there
before all
because
that.
Right.
and I know
The Wild
that,
Wild
and
West.
I know at a random pool party somebody was having sex, and I didn't realize, like, I'm in the background, and somebody messaged me randomly, like, because it's on Pornhub. I saw you in a video. I'm like, you ain't see me in no damn video. And then they told me what to, like, who it was, and I'm like, okay, I remember being there, but I was like, and I looked it up. I'm like, oh, I'm like, how hard are you looking in the crowd? Jesus
That's
Christ!
one of their favorite videos then, because that means they really examined it. Because if they were just watching it one time like that,
Yeah,
but
and to recognize
studying
me,
it,
like, I'm
They gotta
there.
see it
they
over and
like
over
it. Yeah, they were
again
like,
But
to
let
be
me
able to
examine
notice.
everything.
But to go on what you just said with Ace, at least Ace is your partner. Like, I know from me being like I said it earlier, from me being a recorder, like that only crossed my mind three times that I could think of, like while I'm actually recording.
That you would
And
like give
like,
me a sprinkle of that asshole.
no, this is like,
Yeah,
because
right.
I would, like,
A little crumb.
I separate myself. Like, I try not to get hard when I'm recording.
Yeah,
And
I
like,
feel that.
I know,
I think I would
like
too. Like, I think I
the
would be like, okay, like be
like the la-
regular,
the
like
like
be regular. What are we doing?
the
And
last
you're like,
time I
Mhm.
did, the person bragged that they were able to. They laughed about it because everybody tries to break me for my professionalism, And like they
Yeah,
know,
Yeah,
we
and I
they
think that the fact that you even have that, like you don't cuss, you don't drink, like it makes people like wanna just be like, okay, what about this? Like, okay, what
yeah,
about this?
like
yeah, we makes us want to mess
because
with him.
because
Yeah.
I was recording her and Nina White, and I got hard, and like I'm
Mm.
like I had to tell myself I'm sorry, and then she cheered like got him, and I'm like,
Got him. Nah.
Got him.
and then like
Then how did you feel sitting there with a hard dick? Just like
I just said just give me a few minutes, it'll go down, and like
it'll go down.
it was another like when I was doing it, which is a regular photo shoot. And I forget what we were talking about. We were talking about like ventriloquism and stuff like that, like, in between while somebody was getting changed. And like this person walked up to me and started using their lips, their pussy lips, to talk. And
I was just thinking that. I was like, please be like, hey, how are you?
yeah, and but she kept doing it in front of me. And like
That's
I
so
laughed and
funny.
I couldn't
And then you just got raging
all my
horny. You
professionalism,
couldn't get rid
all
of
my
it.
professionalism was gone. And like
I always
the very first time I did it, but it was because the person instigated it and then did it themselves, and I couldn't help it. Well, I could help it, but like they instigated themselves, and I was like, okay, this person wants to do this, and I let them do it. So if that counts, that
yeah,
counts.
let him do it.
But like, I mean, I let them. Like, I could have said no.
No, I know.
No, I let them do what they wanted to do, and that ended up being like a three-way, and that's a whole different
Oh,
story. That's
really?
Mm.
yeah,
Oh,
because
really?
yeah, me and someone else was taking pictures of somebody,
Tell me
and
more,
they
tell me
started
more.
doing what they
Right.
were doing, and the other person jumped in, and it ended up being what it was. It was like that just happened. That's okay. That's
Oh
out
my
there.
God.
I mean, it wasn't
Nice.
recorded. It wasn't recorded. It was really,
Mm.
really just a photo shoot, and they felt what they felt, and I was like,
I want to be
okay.
like a photographer where it's like a creepy photographer a little bit, like not creepy, not to make like in a bad way, but like where it's like kind of dark, but it's like a spotlight. You know what I mean? Like I would like use one of these, and it would just be like a spotlight, and it would just be like
Oh yeah.
handheld and like you know what I mean? Like look real like not
Oh
shaky. It would be decent camera work, so you don't have to be like you could see everything, but like just like follows and it's like real amateur looking and like I don't know.
yeah.
I like stuff like that.
You should do
I
it.
wanna,
That would be
yeah,
fun.
I want to be like a creepy photographer series.
That reminds me of two things. One time, actually this was at Ross Star's place. I was filming with this girl on his futon.
I want to point out that a lot of these stories are starting off. Well, this happened at Raw Stars. But go ahead, go ahead, go
Right.
ahead.
One time at Roster's house, one
Adventures.
time.
And so there was this other girl who was there that we weren't filming with, but she was a friend of ours. She went outside for a smoke break, and while we were in between takes, and so we started filming while she was still outside. And so because she didn't want to make noise, because the porch is right there, she
Yeah.
didn't want to make noise coming in. She ended up just recording, so you could
From
see,
outside.
yeah, from outside in the porch in the back, so you could literally see through the window, like you could see like the actual like shades and stuff. She could
Ooh, so
peek.
it's like that
She peeked
Oh,
voyeur.
in.
okay.
Yeah, a little
I had
voyeur.
I had to think. I'm like, who was this? And I'm like, oh, okay.
You remember
Yeah.
now?
So if
Yeah.
there's any weirdos out there that want to like peep through a hot girl's window, don't do it in real life. Get that video instead. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
I
Just as
checked.
hot.
I
It was
changed.
perfect.
I
Yeah.
changed because like my front window, I got a little a crystallized screen thing to cover my
Mm-hmm.
window because the one I had originally, I thought you could see through it a little bit too much. So I changed it just in case because I know
Mm-hmm.
that yeah, people like to have sex
Walk
in my
around
house.
naked
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
have sex.
people are making squirt juice stains on the couch. Okay,
Love
people can't be looking
juice.
in.
Okay.
People can't
Love
look
Yeah,
juice.
inside.
like the cut like the thing is what's crazy is like the futon I had, I got rid of it and I got the exact same futon, just in a different like a new
Basically.
one. No, it's the exact same one. It's just because
Oh
like
yeah.
I know how much weight that futon can hold and what what damage it could take without getting all the way broken down. And so if the same one could take the same thing, I know it's safe and secure, so I can get it a futon and like if four people hop on it, it won't break down like
Yeah.
another futon might,
It passed the foursome test.
Yeah, that's good. That's a solid futon.
Yeah.
Right? At that point, you might as well get the exact same replacement.
Yeah, why not? It never did anything bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
and it just started to sink. And that was the only thing. It started to sink and it started to peel a little bit. And originally, I just got some new like a covers for it, but it was the sinking part that had got me. And it was because everybody sit like, for some reason we try to sit right in the middle of a couch or a chair or whatever. And because of that, it was that area that started to go down. If it wasn't for that, I would still have it out there just with the cover on it.
yeah,
That's
Because
very true.
it's
good
it's
color.
it been through some things. Like if like I was telling somebody, I'm like the one out there now is still a virgin, but like the old
Oh, she's virgin.
yeah, they still a
I'm
virgin.
gonna break her
But
in
but the
when I
Yeah,
other
get there
one,
next.
the other one had went through at least
Oh,
15
fuck
people.
so hard.
yeah.
I think at least 15 people had sex on the other futon.
Damn. Okay.
Since like
Not
this,
at one time, of
no,
course, because
It was
no,
the one
that's
that I sat on
impossible to do
before.
on one
it's the one you said
futon.
on, yeah.
Okay, I think, hold on, let's see if I can find a picture.
Oh, the picture you might have are probably not up. Oh God.
Oh yeah, we're not allowed to like, hold on.
Yeah,
If it has like
The
titties,
white one.
it has titties on. Well, at least the one you sent. You sent me 4 pictures, and I know for three of yeah,
yes.
all the ones you sent me, I see a
There
titty.
are titties here.
I think I think I
There
think
gotta be some that's not titties.
I think all of them has titties or a dick.
March.
Girl, a lot of the photos we took together in general, I feel like just not safe for work.
No, they're not safe for work. Not
Like
for not for people's work. Our work maybe.
I'm okay with titties.
Right?
I'm trying to find it. Okay, so it was like March 2023.
Yeah,
Let's check it out.
yeah, there are like the ones you sent me were all titties, but and I'm okay with that because I think when you took the picture. They were taking a break between they had to like get some water to recover. So
Yeah, that water break.
it was a water break in the middle of a threesome.
Heck yeah, I love doing that. I've
Oh
done that a few
God.
times during threesomes where we all just
Yeah.
casually get up, go get
And
water.
take a little break, you know what I mean? It's like
Well,
sometimes when it's too serious and you can't laugh or like drink some water, and it has to be like, it's like for a long time. I think it's like really important that everyone's like, like hydrated and feels like they can be like, hey, let me stop for a second. You know what I mean? Like
I think one of those pictures you
get
might have
some
got.
Gatorade.
I think one of the pictures you might have got has actually caught the fact that I wasn't wearing anything below. Because the other ones you sent me, you could tell, like you couldn't tell, you can't tell.
Oh,
But
some of these are so cute. The ones I took of you
Right?
and Ace, I really like them. I hope that you.
Me
I hope
too.
they're so
Oh,
like they're beautiful actually.
that reminds me, help me pick one that we should put up. One or two.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay, let me just I'm gonna like
okay.
censor this really fast so I can show it on camera.
Oh
Yes.
How
God.
cute. These are beautiful. I'm proud of these. Okay. Let me like
Oh God.
Because I
But
want to put it up as a canvas too. I don't know how big I'll make it, but I definitely want to put it up.
these are so cute. Okay, like it's like really low light, you know what I mean? And it's just like you and Ace. Like, I don't know, it's really cute. There's that
Yeah,
one.
it was just super sensual.
Yeah, it's like super sensual. And there's like a few of them too that are just really cute. I sent them all to you, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I definitely have them all.
Oh yeah, and then there's these black and white ones. Those are cute, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these black and white ones are so cute too. Oh yeah, I have some of like Sarah's butt. Oh, these are
It's funny.
so
We got
cute.
both sexy and cute while
Yeah, I'm like,
being
look at this
naked.
one. It is it. I know it looks really racy, but there's nothing showing. I promise.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'll just blur out a little bit
Yeah, the
for
one on
Be
this
for
is
like, regardless.
yeah, because I think that one right there might have shown my name a little bit on my diploma in the
oh,
background.
Did
sorry.
it?
I don't know.
I don't
Again,
know.
we
I
don't
didn't
cover
post any
Sarah's
of them
boobs, but this is
regardless.
one that we're all clothed for the most part until I
Oh
got
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the one I have.
yeah,
And
that one's really cool.
like I'm like like I'm gonna describe it to you because I'm probably gonna blur that part right there, y'all. But like if you look at the very like at the very bottom of that picture, I'm like I have a pillow over myself because I know for the first picture I didn't have it there. And you could definitely could see that I was not wearing anything underneath. And I'm like,
Right,
uh
like it's giving Winnie the Pooh when we have just our shirts on.
Yeah,
yeah.
for real. Winnie the Pooh party.
So cute. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
my
That's
I
what
skin
we
don't
was
should
like
call the no
freaking out.
shirt parties. Winnie the Pooh parties.
Yeah,
I think
that
when
was
she got there, everybody was already bottomless.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was good though. It was good for me to walk in because I was like, look, I feel super bummy. Sometimes when I travel, like my skin just freaks out so bad. My skin is much better now, like, but I
Hmm.
was so stressed out and just like, I don't know, something was like
Yeah,
making me break out. So I was just like, "Oh, I don't want to wear makeup. Like, I don't want to have to feel like,
look pretty.
whatever, stressed out, and everyone's just like doesn't have pants on and is like just chilling. So I was like, okay, perfect,
Hmm.
cool.
Yeah, and the reason I like no pants parties is because that way, like, you can just put on a shirt that covers long enough, like that's long enough to cover the bits if if you don't want to expose anything, but you're still comfortable enough not wearing anything
Yeah, and
underneath.
you're like airing it too. I think it's important.
Hmm.
Like I love sleeping with no underwear, so I can
And
feel like
for the record, y'all out there listening, there was some of us who had towels underneath where we were sitting at. Like
yeah.
it wasn't like we all were just
There
sitting
wasn't just
there.
juices leaking everywhere. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there wasn't actually like I didn't get touched by anything like that.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we all had our own towel or blanket that we had
yeah.
wrapped around us.
Just to put that out there for y'all listening to this and thinking they just sitting there on the fabric like ball and
Yeah.
coochie
I just
and
asshole and just like
Like, how
guy
yeah.
blood
hygienic is
everywhere.
that? These crazy people.
Yeah. No, there
Yes.
was
Hmm.
There's no
Hmm.
poop stains.
yeah, no,
Right? Oh goodness.
none of
But
that.
yeah, no. It was so freeing, I feel like, to just be like at least for me, I like just being in Aces shirt. So it's like adult size, like men's size medium. And
Yeah.
I'm a women's size small. So like the size difference of it, I'm like, yeah, just
Me too. I
swimming in
love
that
that too.
thing.
Yeah, I like a
Hmm.
big t-shirt or some like boxers or just like I don't know, cozy. But yeah,
Exactly.
I like
And
a
I
big
think especially with the fact of all of us, I think all of us in that room were sex workers, or
Mhm.
even Rostar, who is, I guess, sex worker
Adjacent.
adjacent, where he
Yeah.
photographs it.
Yeah.
So it was like all of us are free being naked, but we don't have to be. So let's not make it a naked party to where people feel like, oh,
Pressuring.
we
Yeah,
gotta be a
Yeah,
certain
I'm so
way.
anti-pressure, you know what I
I don't think
mean?
I would have been okay with just being sitting there naked, just looking at y'all. Especially because
Mhm.
especially because there was a three-way going on, and I had to help somebody at one point in that three-way because
Look at
someone kept
you.
on because someone kept squirming, and like I had to be, like I wasn't participating, but I had to be a like a water boy up in there holding someone's leg so they wouldn't move and then just having to walk away afterwards.
Literally,
You're just like, all right,
kind of like
be
getting
there this
cuffed, but
morning.
not really.
A what? What'd you say? Sorry.
Kind of like being cuffed, but not really.
Oh yeah, right. But like he didn't really care like that.
Yeah.
And I always find it weird because like where my genitalia was right above that person's face. So it was just like there, and I'm just holding their legs like
Mm, I don't know.
Hmm.
and then I just casually walk away back to the couch. Went back to watching
I
television.
don't even remember
Exactly.
that.
Almost like he's watching
You were
television.
asleep. I think you were asleep at that point.
Oh, okay. I was asleep.
I
Yeah,
think
I
you
was
were
like, I
On
asleep.
don't
the
remember
floor.
Rockstar holding someone's legs
Yeah,
while they got fucked and were
It's
squirting.
it's
I don't
funny.
remember.
We make this sound like such an insane like house party,
Yeah,
but
it was
mind
honestly
you,
most of the time we just were like in a blanket. I think
it was five
we
people.
ordered Asian food.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it was
I think
literally 5 people. And mind you, we had kind of already talked about it earlier in the day that
yeah.
we wanted like a threesome, and then we had talked with the other girl about it, like what we kind of had in mind for that day. So, we had kind of gotten all that
Yeah.
consent
So like
talk out
anyone
the
who's
way.
listening, yeah, like ask people. Also, it's good to like talk to people there and before and after, like
Hmm.
if possible, especially if it's not like a normal thing you guys do. It's really easy to like just accidentally like I don't know, like if someone feels uncomfortable and like, you know what I mean? So always talk about it and
Yeah,
yeah, I
and
don't know.
I want to
Just
throw it
always
out
just
there.
yeah, I feel like the expectations, you know what I mean? I think that's always
Exactly.
important.
In my home, at one time, the most 4 people at one time were having relations is 4. It's never been more than 4 people at one time participating.
Hmm.
It's been a time where it's like more than 4 people in the house when people are having relations, but at one time it's only been 4 at one
Yeah.
time per like going at it. So it's
Are you
not.
asking me to break the record?
Right. I'm like, okay, well
I
then
mean,
is
you
are you
said the
you
thing.
want
The thing. The
more
thing. The
with
thing. The
four
thing
people?
is.
The
The
next
thing is.
barbecue?
The thing is, Sarah, you already said you wanted to break the record at a certain event, but and that hasn't occurred yet. So we'll
It
see that.
will eventually. I gotta
Yeah,
put it together. It's hard getting that many people together.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. And then that's like a reality as well. It's like even if you get everybody together, like
Oh
if
no,
it's like
I'm talking.
four
I'm
plus
talking
people,
about.
it's like okay, everybody got to be in the mood
I'm talking
around the
about.
same time a little bit. Especially everyone has to be fed, everybody, but not just too freshly fed because you got to let digest a little bit so people can move
Yeah,
around.
for real. So you have
There's a
to
lot to
kind of
think
watch
about.
what you feed them.
Yeah, there's a lot to think
Make
about. And like there's like
That's
that
it.
idea that like foreplay is not just like actual sex. It's like before the sex happens. You know what I mean? So like everybody taking
hmm
care of each other and like making sure, just like I don't know, I think that's important too. And then makes the
Yeah,
sex
I
better.
showed
Yeah.
someone yesterday my 3 fingers that I
Your
have.
what? Your three fingers?
3 fingers.
Oh, the vibrator finger things?
Oh.
I have 3 finger vibrators.
Oh.
So it's one that goes over the entire finger that vibrates and there's a little shock to it a little bit.
Okay.
One
A little
that you
shock?
yeah, the one you put on the finger is
Okay.
and that one goes in. So it's like so when someone's fingering you, they can go so far in, but the little one is an extra extender and it gets further in and it vibrates. And then the other one is just another type of vibrating finger thing. So
hmm
I have 3 different ones, whatever. And like depending on what that person likes, you know, is just a little extra vibration. And you can use it like, you can, finger somebody, doing that while it vibrates while you're licking the clit. So you're doing that at the same time.
Hmm.
That's what they're
Sound
for.
sound like you know what you're doing.
I mean,
Yeah, he's all about his oral pleasure. Wants to make sure she comes first before he
yeah,
does,
I'm not
That's good. I
because
like
the thing is,
that.
as I said
Mhm.
earlier, like I rarely need to participate because I'm more asexual than I am anything else. But like I will participate if I need to participate,
If you need to.
No, because people have sex, for the enjoyment of it. I usually have sex for purpose, you
Hmm.
know. And so yeah, so if someone really wants me to participate, I will participate. But I don't it's not something I look and I think it's because I've gotten so damn desensitized to it at this point.
It's okay. I feel like
That
actually
makes
at the
sense.
time I didn't participate. I didn't do any sexually because there was like I don't know a year that I feel like I just wasn't horny like the same way. You know what
Oh
I
no,
mean? Because like
I would
Yeah.
mentally I was like just going through a bunch of stuff and then my body was going through a bunch of stuff for different reasons and it was like
I would never say, Minnie, you didn't
didn't feel,
participate. You're
I
not
wasn't
invited
feeling it.
back. Why
But
would
I
you
was feeling like
say?
really like I wanted to hang out and be around community and support and stuff like that. And I did feel that. And that was like intimate in its own way. So I think
hmm
like that's always cool too, where you feel like it's an environment that you don't have to necessarily do it, but it's okay if you like want
Yeah,
to.
I feel like
I would never say, Minnie, you didn't participate. You're not invited back here no more.
I know because I would
No.
leave. I would leave so fucking fast. Especially because I think I said it like I was like my coochie is like gone and I'm like don't feel like wearing makeup. You know what I mean? Like I'm pretty
yeah.
straightforward because I'm like, look, I don't want anyone to be in like a situation where they have different expectations. Um Yeah, and I think like that kind of environment too is what brings out me actually getting turned on because I'm comfortable, you know? Like not that time it was like I was too deep in like my other like mental shit or whatever, but now I feel like I'm like really like not selective on purpose, but it's just like my feeling. Like I trust how I actually feel, and if it just doesn't do it for me, like I'm not as horny I feel like as I used to be, but like it's coming back and I do feel like really horny now when I'm like in that comfortable, you know, like state of mind or whatever. So that's
Yeah.
always really, really important. So
Well, I feel like a lot of that is because, like, us as sex workers, we give a lot of sexual energy away. Obviously,
yeah.
we're selling it away, but like, if you think about it, we're giving a lot of it away, even just being at those events. From the moment
Mm-hmm.
we get out of the car to the moment we get back in the car,
Yes.
we
Right.
have
And
to
it's like we
have
can't
this
say anything.
persona.
Yeah, a persona for sure. And just like handling the expectations in a way that doesn't, you know, like there's the pressure to not come off like super jaded also or mean or like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because like I don't want to come off like, oh, I'm just like a prude who doesn't like anything, because that's not necessarily true either. But like, you know, that's
Exactly.
why it's good to normalize the boundaries also. And I think that's really sexy too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. Cause I think like going either way, like shaming it too much or like, you know, just doing it when you don't feel good is like, you know, both are equally like as bad. So
I
Exactly.
feel that if anybody tries to make you feel bad about not wanting to do anything, that's not a person you want to be around anyway.
yeah, that's not someone I should have been fucking anyway. You know what I mean? So I think like
Exactly.
when my coochie closed down, it was like a very enlightening, I guess, for me too. You know, because then it was like the people that were in my life, because obviously it's work, so um that's gonna, you know, if you're doing sex work, that affects your work and stuff. But it really kind of like, I don't know, like I'm still in contact with y'all, you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
I
Hmm.
don't necessarily need to like show my titties or be like, you know, fuck either of you to have this conversation. You know what I mean? So there's like,
Exactly.
I don't know, there's a lot of value that people have outside of that. I think that's important to recognize, especially when you're spending time that isn't like actual working. You know what I mean? It's important
Mm-hmm.
to have that comfort because yeah, like you said, Sarah, like us, like when we're at work, when we're at those events, it's like I don't know, you know, you just kind of like turn it on. And I don't think sometimes we realize like how draining it can be until you kind of sit
Mm-hmm.
down and you're just like, holy fuck, I don't even want to talk. Like, I just want to sit and like kind of like have my brain melt and like watch movies and like, you know, put on a giant sweater or
Yeah.
something.
Like another way people can think about it is like video games, where they have that health level or the
Yeah.
energy bar, the
Hmm.
stamina level. There's only so much of that in a day, in a month, in a year. And like, yes, this is a great positive way for us to express our sexuality, but sometimes there's only so much of that that we can give
Yeah.
you without giving too much of ourselves. So we
Hmm.
need to take that step back. And at that point, I feel like it's not about being sexual, it's about being intimate,
Yeah.
doing those small things to bring back that intimacy, and then in
Yeah.
turn, that sexuality back.
Yeah, exactly. Because sexuality without intimacy is so empty. Like, you know what I mean? It just doesn't feel
Mm-hmm.
like it can still be cool, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, the intimacy
Mm-hmm.
is like, I think what's really valuable. But
For example, when I finish doing conventions, especially back-to-back conventions, and I usually have Ace with me, he likes to do a lot of like booty smacking. Like, you guys have
yeah,
all seen how it is.
yeah,
But when I'm like sexually drained, I'll literally tell him like, "Hey babe, but please not right now, not
yeah,
today. Maybe
right,
just caress my hip. I need more
right.
intimate touches right now. That's what I
Yeah,
would like.
intimacy,
That's what I
exactly.
need."
Right.
And so he'll pick up on that cue and do more intimate, more lovey-dovey touches. So that way we can find that balance. So he can restore that intimacy because
Yeah.
my sexuality energy bar
Right,
is
like your levels, like that one is down.
mm-hmm,
Yeah. No, I get that. And it's really important, like I said, like when you're not working, like the space that's outside of that, whether they're sex workers or not, or your partner or whoever, like they understand that just because you were just like doing a bunch of like fucking splits on a pole or like, you know, doing all this different stuff. Like
Mhm.
at home, you're like, it doesn't mean that that's what it's always gonna be, you know what I mean? And not to feel a way about it, because I think a lot of sometimes the partners are like can be feel like if they don't get like, you know, the full thing all the time. And it's like it's, you know, it's yeah,
It's
it's
tiring.
important to like have people that can like see all your sides or whatever. So I love that. I love that you guys think about that and take care of that.
Yeah.
I do want to touch on a few things because we're definitely over, but
Oh shit, yeah, it's like
uh
5:09.
yeah, Twitch.
See.
Okay, so what are you be playing coming? Because I know I've been watching you play Stardew, which is
Oh yeah, I just
the
started
best.
Stardew. I got my partner into Stardew Valley. And what's funny is my partner was my friend for like 10 years before we started dating. And they are like kind of like they have technology obviously, but they're like less about social media than I am. They like go fishing and they do all this like I don't know, I don't want to say like wilderness stuff, but like they are Leah, right? On Stardew Valley. So I married
Mhm.
Leah in Stardew Valley. I was like, I love her, I love her. And then like I was like,
That's
oh
my
my God, I
wife.
manifested Leah, literally. Like they're not a girl, but you know, it's like same vibe. So I started going fishing and started doing all this like cute, like cozy kind of living
Mhm.
stuff. And now I just put them onto Stardew Valley and they're obsessed with it. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is finally happening because they don't play video games and they're so into it. We're doing a co-op farm. So
Oh, it's
yeah, so it's
adorable.
so fun. I love it so much, you know, and they're a sex worker too. So I just feel really like that's so important for me to have somebody or something or friends or whatever community outside of just like people who don't see whatever. And I'm not, you know, like there are people who are in my work life that I don't expect them to see those parts of me or to cater to those parts of me because they're work friends, you know what I mean? But like the minute that you like spend time outside of like being on the clock, like of course like we
Mhm.
both do the same thing as far as sex work, but the times that we've hung out, like we weren't giving each other money necessarily, you know what I mean? So it was like, oh, it's important
Yeah.
that we feel like, hey, if you don't feel good and we kind of have PMS right now and we're like not feeling good, we don't need to like fuck like crazy, you know? We can like hold hands or we can like get ice cream or we can like talk to each other, you
Mhm.
know? And that's just as like
Exactly.
valuable. So I think, yeah. So I don't even remember what I was just saying or why. Oh, you asked me about, yeah. So I've been playing Stardew Valley. Um, I've been playing The Sims too. I've just downloaded like a few new packs and stuff.
Oh,
Oh, I play
she's a
Sims.
Sims
Yeah,
addict.
I love The Sims. Yeah, I follow you on Twitch. I
Yes.
follow both of you on Twitch. So sometimes I
Yes.
pop in if I see y'all.
So I will say this: I just re 100%ed my Stardew farm.
Congrats.
So
I don't know how
like
you do it.
I played to just get back to 100%. And now the only thing I gotta do, like I don't know if you're there yet, but there's one part that they've added, and I'm just doing that, and it doesn't even count to the 100%. And once I do that, like I'm done. But it takes you can only do one a week. And so I'm just doing that just so I can get that accomplishment in Steam. And then I'm back to
Hmm.
100% in Steam.
I
Okay.
love
I've
that.
been contemplating getting Stardew Valley.
Oh
You
my
should
God,
do it.
please get Stardew Valley. I love it.
I will play with you.
Mm.
I love
Ooh,
Stardew Valley so much.
okay.
We should start a co-op farm where it's like I don't know who could host it. Maybe Rostar can host it. And
He knows
whenever
a
we're
lot of
on
people.
and we're friends on Steam, you can just jump in if you see
Yeah.
that we're on, and we can have like a little like a whole farm.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
I have a
let me,
coochie farm.
a
yeah, no,
coochie
like
farm. That's
yeah,
perfect.
mine is called a raw farm. Um,
I like that.
Mm.
yeah. And because like anything is it's up to so many years because I would have finished the 100% a long time ago. But the thing is I had missed a recipe and it's a recipe that is introduced every other year.
Oh,
So
dang.
I had to wait 2 seasons to get that one recipe so I can get 100%.
How long did it
Damn,
take
that
you to
makes
get
sense.
100%?
That
Like
was
in Stardew Valley time? Like how many
I
years?
I'm on year well, I finished year 7. No,
Okay.
year
I haven't
6.
gotten
Mm.
that far,
So
so I still need to
I
learn
got to
about
year 6 for 100%.
that.
But
Okay.
the only reason it took me so long is because I had to wait for the recipe
Okay.
because I had just missed it. Otherwise, I would have finished it in year 4.
Okay.
I did the Joja mark, like
Oh, I'm trying not to do it. Can
finishing.
you get the car? Okay, I'll ask you this
I
off.
finished the community center. I finished the community center for Georgia Mart in 2 seasons,
Nice.
going the Georgia way.
It took me like 2 seasons to get more than like 2 to 3,000 gold or whatever.
I would tell you, like it's a way to make money.
I do
Really,
mayonnaise and star fruit.
no, it's a way
It's over
far.
my head. I'm like,
It's a
I haven't
far
really
easier
Sarah's
way.
realized.
like, I
All
haven't got
you,
it yet.
Yeah, I'm like,
all you need to
I'm cute. That's
all
Just
you,
what I
nodding,
got
like,
all
going.
you, all you got to do is be friends with Caroline. Now you know how I feel when you were talking about having sex scenes earlier. All you got to do is be
having a
friends with
pussy.
be friends with Caroline, have fiber, and yeah, and have yeah, be friends with Caroline, have fiber and wood. That's all you need.
Hmm.
And you,
Caroline Fiber and Wood.
yep, that's all you
Okay.
like. You got to be 2-star friends with her. I'll tell you, I like literally.
Yeah, tell me. I'm gonna ask you later about it because I have a few
Yeah.
questions.
And
But
I'll show you my farm now. I've been trying to clean it up, but
yeah,
I know you have your thing in the wild. So please
yeah,
tell you
I
about
am starting
where they can
the.
find you and all this
You
stuff.
can find me on Minnie Scarlet, MinnieScarlet, and that's my username on Instagram, Twitter. If y'all are on OnlyFans, I have that. I've been mostly selling stuff on Discord though, so I've been really liking that and just connecting with people directly. So that's been cool. But yeah, I also am on Twitch. It's Coochie Main 777. So it's CUCCIMANE 777. And that is on TikTok as well.
There.
Yeah,
Sweet. And and then for me, you guys can find me on IamSarahLace.com. All my links, my social medias, my OnlyFans, all the places you can find me will be on that one website.
And
love that.
I am Ross RWSEARR on Twitter and on Instagram. You can find us at the Burbank Misfits on .com. That says everything that's from what I do, what CW did, and it's linked to Sarah's pages also at the very top. It's being updated, and a few other sites that are being updated also. You can find us at Burbank Misfits on Twitter and on Facebook. The Burbank Misfits
Misfits Farm. We should
on
make Misfits Farm.
on Instagram. And yeah, make sure you follow us. Show this woman love. I'll say again, she was the
Follow
reason we
us.
started all this. And
Also, oh yeah, also if you would like, follow Avril Heals. It's AVRILHEALS, avrilheals.org. It is a nonprofit. We just do creative arts and like creative writing, art healing, and stuff like that. We were started after my friend who was a sex worker as well died from suicide. So it's like an important cause, but it's also very chill. Like you don't have to go and like talk about your trauma like that. It's just highlights the importance of like having community and having somebody you can talk to, or just like, like sometimes therapy doesn't work for people who aren't ready to talk about certain things, and sometimes painting does make you feel better or something,
yeah, it's like I've sat through a few of their things and I went to the events and it really helps a lot of people get through what they're going through art, and painting. So I would say definitely you have the time, go out there, go and like, check them out, support them, whatever, because it's a really good cause.
Yeah, it's also your donation is tax deductible. Yeah. So,
Ooh.
yeah. And shout out to Ross Sarah for showing up at that event too. We love that. And thank you, Sarah and Ross, for having me on here. I loved it. It was great to talk to you, Sarah. It's been like so long. So it's lovely to see your cute face. Seeing to you, Ross.
Thank
And
All right.
yeah,
you.
just
We will see
thanks
you
for
all. We
having
will see you
me.
all next week. Be well, stay blessed.